guys, how's it going? Stout Man coming back at you today, and we're going to be talking about the one thing that I received from Fry's. Fry's Electronics is a smaller chain. It's a chain that exists only in certain parts of the country and only even in certain cities of those certain parts of the country. So it's a smaller chain. It's not something that you're going to find everywhere, but if you live in California or thereabouts, you've probably at least heard of Fry's, if not been to one yourself. A lot of the Fry's are themed. My Fry's that's closest to me is not themed, but that doesn't matter because I made all my purchases online, and they had free shipping and everything, which is probably why, just like with yesterday's Blu-ray update, one of the packages that I ordered from Fry's got lost in the mail. And it had several Blu-rays in it. It had like 5 or 6 Blu-rays. So now I'm going to have to, just like with Best Buy, I'm going to have to call Fry's as well and explain to them that they need to send me my package again because it was not delivered. And in this particular case, it actually does say that it was delivered, even though it was not delivered. So, yeah. And again, I'm going to have to explain that they're going to have to deliver it to a new address. Because if they don't deliver it to a new address, I might still not get the freaking package because I'm moving this week. The idea was to get them in the mail before I moved, which is why I gave them the address for this place, because I hadn't moved yet. Now it has taken so long and the thing has gotten lost in the mail to the point where I'm moving now and I need them to send it to a new address. That's just going to be so fun to talk about. But anyways, I digress. It's been 2 minutes in the video. I haven't even talked about what I did get in the mail from them. The one thing I did get from them that I'm very glad is, well, I don't know if I'm glad it's the one thing that I got from them, but I am glad that the more pricier item is the one that arrived. You know what I mean? And that would be the complete Chucky collection here on Blu-ray. This was, if you can believe it, was $19.99 on Fry's.com on Black Friday. So, yeah, that was a really good price, and I wasn't about to pass that up. Even though I'm not like a huge fan of the franchise, I would say I'm more a fan of this franchise than I am of any other, 80s horror franchise that people like to get obsessed about. More than Hellraiser, more than the Jason movies, Nightmare on Elm Street, and all that jazz. I'm just not a huge fan of those movies. But Chucky, for some reason, Chucky was something I could get behind. And I think it might actually be because when I was younger, I had one of those My Buddy dolls. I remember it specifically because I actually ended up giving it to my grandma. Before she died, I gave it to her because she collected dolls, so I wanted her to have something of mine in her collection, and so I gave her my Buddy doll. And I remember because I ended up with one of the shoes that came with that doll. I guess she had the doll and the one shoe, and I had that one leftover shoe. I think we still actually have that one leftover shoe from My Buddy. But yeah, I mean, I have memories of playing with that doll and having fun with that doll and whatnot when I was a kid, because I was one of those freaking latchkey kids, So, as somebody who was a part of that generation, this particularly spoke to me. I quite enjoyed it. What can I say? At least the first one I really liked. The rest of them didn't really hit me that much. In fact, after the first 3, which I remember watching all 3 in a row when I was a teenager at some point, as my first horror-thon thing that I did by myself for myself because I wanted to. I rented all 3 of the movies that were out at the time, and then I watched all 3 of them at the same time, like for Halloween or something. And I even went out as Chucky on Halloween once because, well, I've got the red hair, so I figured, well, that'd be perfect. Got the hair, red hair, got the freckles. Hell yeah! I'll just go as the world's biggest Chucky doll. But, anyways, what I would say is that I liked the first three movies enough. The second and third movie are just not as good, obviously. The first movie is definitely where it's at. But when I got around to watching the fourth movie, Bride of Chucky, was not a huge fan of the Bride of Chucky. Um, I don't even remember that much about it. All I remember is that I didn't really like it that much. I felt like it wasn't really my kind of thing. It wasn't my kind of Chucky movie per se. But then and because of that, I completely passed over the fifth movie here, which is Seed of Chucky. Yeah, Seed of Chucky. And then there's The Curse of Chucky here is the sixth movie. And my good friend Skinslip told me that Curse of Chucky might even be one of the better Chucky movies out there. And he really liked it. So I was like, well, I guess I'll check it out. But, I said, I don't like this one. He's like, why don't you like that one? I don't know. It's not my kind of Chucky movie. But regardless, when my good friend Skinslip suggests something to me, a movie to me, then I'll give it a shot. And typically, he has quite good taste in movies, or at least a similar taste to mine in movies. Knows a lot about movies, knows what makes a good movie and what makes a bad movie. So when he suggests a movie to me, I tend to take it seriously, and I tend to listen to his suggestion and check that out. So what better way again to check that out than to get it on the complete Chucky set so that I can watch all of the movies, right? It's been a long time since I've seen 2 and 3. I already own the first one on Blu-ray, but now I have it on here, so who knows what I'll do with that particular version. I believe it is the version that has the faceplate too, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. But yeah, I guess I'm going to have to rewatch Bride and then Seed and then Curse of Chucky here, but it's kind of cool that they got all the movies all on one set, considering that, God, it's so tight in here. That's what she said. It's nice that they got all the movies here on one set because they're not all made by the same company, so it was kind of hard to finagle that into happening. But as a result, what you get, and yes, I intentionally did this so you could see the titles, even though this one's upside down here, Child's Play 2. I think it's telling that what you see here is a bunch of special features on the first one because it's the first one, and then on the second two here, you just get the theatrical trailer and the theatrical trailer probably because they couldn't secure the rights for any other special features on these two because it's made by a different company. And then the fourth one here, you've got, a sparser selection of special features, but there's something there. And then the fifth one, a boatload of special features, and the sixth one, a few more special features than on the Bride of Chucky here. So, yeah, that's interesting to me. But when you open it up, it's all gatefold. It's all the typical kind of Blu-ray packaging that you would expect for this kind of thing. Honestly, in terms of packaging, I actually kind of like the Universal horror movie collection a lot better. The classic horror collection from Universal. But I'm not going to nitpick that much about this one because it's also pretty decent packaging. It's not the best ever. It's, I guess, maybe a little bit lazy, but I've seen way lazier, so I cannot complain. And yeah, I mean, it looks nice. One particular thing that I thought was really nice is that you would expect the letters here to be embossed on the cover here, and they are embossed. But guess what? They're also embossed on the side and on the top as well. Now that's the kind of attention to detail that you don't really see ever. So that was kind of nice. And to get all 6 movies for $20, I was just like, well, that's sold right there. Because even if I already have this one, you're still paying to get them all in one collection. You're paying $20 for 6 movies. That's less than $4 a title, I believe. Yeah, That's way less than $4 a title. I believe it is $3.33 a title, technically, about thereabouts. You know, one of them is $3.34. So yeah, very good deal, very cool pickup here. Sadly, I did not get the other pickups that I ordered from Fry's yet, but I am working on that, and eventually I will receive them. So yeah, believe me, I'll do whatever the freaking hell I have to get what I paid for. And that's the thing. I know they're going to try and tell me, well, we're going to reimburse you and we're going to refund you your money. I don't want my refund because I can't get the price that I can't get the items that I got for the price that I paid with a refund of the exact price that I paid now because I got them on sale then. I want the items that I paid for at the sale price that I paid for. And I'm not going to accept anything else because that's what I paid for, you know? So, anyways, chucker. I might have to accept something else, but I really don't want to. It's going to really piss me off if that happens, but whatever. Whatever. Got Chucky, $20, 1999. Very, very happy to have this in my collection because, hey, now I have a few movies I haven't seen yet that I get to check out, and I get to check these out again as well. I'm actually really interested in checking out Child's Play 2 and 3 again because it's been so long, and I do remember liking certain aspects of them. Not everything, but certain aspects. I liked how it was kind of a continuing story with the same little kid. So, yeah, I like that aspect of it. Anyways, that will do it for today. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Peace.